So, jetzt schauen wir doch mal, wie geht es hier? So, hell genug alle? Is that bright enough? No one's here. Who am I even talking to? Myself. As per usual. Better put this away since it's Friday the 13th. We don't want any kitchen accidents today. I actually didn't touch a knife today. On Friday the 13th. What a word. That's one of the words I'm struggling with. The TH after a number. Same with months. If it's like month in plural, I'm like months. You know, it's kind of hard, high up there to say that as a German. So there's still some words that I'm definitely struggling with. And sometimes it's words where it doesn't even make sense to struggle with, like super simple ones. Or when I have to read them, when people say something in the chat and I want to read it, I'm like, what? Miss you too, Fundy. Thank you. Happy Friday the 13th. Hope you're doing good. Let there be light. Right. Ugh, it was better without the light. Today is one of those, the less light, the better. Hey, Christopher. How you doing? Welcome back. Long time no see you. It's chilly. It got cold again. It was kind of nice and cozy outside almost, but inside it's still cold. So I'm way less prepared than this scheduled stream suggests. So I didn't have any time to look anything up. Like I looked a little bit. Like I did a little bit of research about Friday the 13th. But not that much. So I'm gonna pull up my information again because we're not in university again or anymore, right? Where we have to hold a speech for everyone and remember everything. Now I can finally read off my paper if I want to. Yeah. Let's not make this a political conversation right now, because there ain't nothing I can do about this right now. Okay. So how's y'all's Friday been so far? Oh, goodness gracious. How about Mustafa, make your own YouTube channel where you only talk about Israel and Palestine, and then I bet a lot of people will watch and have a great conversation about that with you. That would be great. Hi Dean, hi Omnibro. Hello, hello. Hi to Georgia. Anyone that wants to talk to me about any political topics, please make your own account, YouTube account, and talk about all those political topics all you want all day long until you're hoarse and you can't even talk no more, but it ain't gonna happen here on this channel for now. So please watch something else then. Not in a mean way, just this is not the topic today. I am from Germany and I live in the United States right now. Georgia, nice. I know quite a few people here in the United States that are from Georgia. There's actually a lot of people that have Mediterranean restaurants here that are originally from Georgia. Hi Thomas, Dankeschön. Ist es bei euch schon so? Ach ja, stimmt, in Deutschland ist es ja schon soweit. Schönen Valentinstag auch an dich rein freundschaftlich, Thomas. Vielen Dank. Ganz vergessen, ist ja schon soweit. Bei euch ist ja gar nicht mehr Freitag der 13. Ihr habt schon überstanden, Thomas. Du bist schon aus dem Schlimmsten raus jetzt. Hey Shuriken, thank you for being here. Always good to see some blue names here. Wo von Deutschland? Aus dem Schwarzwald. Unten an der Schweizer Grenze. Und du? Hey to Stockholm, hur mår du? Anton. Anton! Like the, from Emil from Lönneberger. Anton was my favorite character in that show. He was the coolest guy. Have you seen it? You probably have if you're from Sweden. Hi, Engine. Hi, Wayne. Are you referring to the Rammstein song? Irish, going to Berlin. I missed it fast. Amsterdam in 2 weeks. Any suggestions? I do like Berlin. There's a lot of good music and restaurants. Like anything culinary is great in Berlin. That you get everything there that you can wish for. And Amsterdam, I love. Amsterdam is just amazing. I don't know any specific tips in Amsterdam. I've been there like 6 times or so. And I like walking around, like that's like, you know, I don't have any like specific tourist attraction tips or anything, just like go to the parks. They're really beautiful, just walk around as much as you can, try all the little cafes and places. You can do one of those river tours, like the Grachten tours, where you take the boat through the little alleys. Like Amsterdam is just kind of like Venice, water-based. So you have like the water streets where you can take the boat. That's definitely super fun. Hi Wayne. Hi Indy. Hi to India. Shuriken. Thomas wishes you happy Valentine's Day tomorrow, Shuriken. In Germany it's already Valentine's Day today. They already managed to get through Friday the 13th over there, so they're out of it, out of the danger zone, while we are still in it. I got the truffles all wrapped. Yay, nice. Gold and silver, cute. That's cool. Wow, that's really neat. Someone that makes some like handmade stuff, food like chocolates for Valentine's Day. Is definitely a lucky gal. Holland was a beautiful place. I visited here and it was a cool place to visit. I agree. It is. You've been there to a very cool time too. I wish I would have seen it back then. It's still nice. Like I still like it. I haven't been in a few years now, but whenever I went, I loved it. I always wanted to go there and live there, but then I was like, nah, I don't know, maybe change the continent for a little bit. That's what I did. Thank you, John. Thank you for being here. Hi, Bane. Did you see that scary movie? There was a piece of food living in the fridge, then you opened its door. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Do a stream touring India. That'd be cool. Yeah, I would like to do that for sure one day. I wish I would have streamed when I was living in China still. I think that would have been really cool. Not even for you guys, just for myself to have that kind of like travel diary for myself, like a little selfish reasons here, but that's how I see YouTube, you know. I gave up on the idea of having like many views and clicks, but YouTube just used as a travel diary for myself. That's basically what it is now when I'm doing videos. Like not live streams are always, you know, different, but the videos itself. But yeah, walking live streams would be cool. I would enjoy that a lot. I could maybe do that in Germany next time. Would love to visit Germany this year. Next month? Nice. Very cool. I'm going to Germany next month too. Neat. Where are you thinking about going, John? And what are you going to do there? 2 months, that's a long time. Em looks forward to them all year. I think she likes them because they're potent. Oh, okay. That's nice. Would you tell us what you put in? Like, you don't have to give like the full recipe, obviously. I know people, recipes are recipes. Like, you know, not everyone shares recipes. And I sometimes don't, like family recipes. But just like the rough ingredients, what you put in. Is it like avocado based, or like chalky based, coconut based, or almond flour? Yes, my accent is German, Lily. Salut, Maxime. You sound like me when I'm wasted. Or maybe, oh, thank you, Shuriken, for taking care of the others. Yes, incognito. I'm live again. It's one of those weekends where, I don't know, I just did all my work throughout the week, so now I got time, which is good. I just uploaded a little mini video, which was really short, but I got some questions on that. How I make easy kimbap, and I just thought I'm gonna share real quick. So that's what I did earlier before the live stream. That's why I was a little late. I plan to explore Germany, Hamburg, Berlin, Stuttgart. Ayo, Stuttgart. You can skip that part, my friend. I would, if I do Germany, check out my, if you want to, I have some travel vlogs about Germany. Because I travel quite frequently between America and Germany. But all my Germans here, if you're here, Stuttgart. Although if you have 2 months, why not? If you only have like a week, I would definitely say don't skip that part. But yeah, if you have enough time, why not? Honestly, there's a nice little castle in the city, but that's pretty much it. But so if you have like limited places and time, I would definitely say don't do Stuttgart, honestly, unless you have to. But if you're already down in that area, I would much rather do Heidelberg or Freiburg, Basel in Switzerland, or go to Switzerland directly instead of doing that Baden-Württemberg area, or go see castles. If you're into that, a castle and fortresses, like in the middle Rhine Valley, that's beautiful. There's definitely a lot of cool places. Hi, Hakan. Regierung? Ja. Nee. Nix Regierung. German kebabs, yes, please. People are super robotic and empty in some sense. Siamese, can you explain a little bit more? You mean Germans are more like robotic and empty? Well, they're not technically super welcoming and warm-hearted. They're not gonna welcome you with a big smile, open arms. Sometimes you gotta warm up to the German Germanness, I guess. I just talked to a lady at the pet store today. I got my dog a Valentine's gift for tomorrow, and she told me that her mom is from Germany originally, but she's never been there. So we talked a little bit about traveling in Germany and this German culture and how it's different from American culture. And I told her that I really appreciate how easygoing and warm-hearted and just friendly Americans are, like how easy it is to have small talk and just get to know people. In Germany, it is really hard to get to know new people. If you don't know them, they'll be a little bit colder usually. Belgian dark chocolate, heavy cream, I add a touch of butter, good vanilla extract, and a little sour wood honey. Oh wow. So you're making kind of like a ganache basically. You just make them like like a thick ganache. I got you. That sounds super delicious, by the way. Thank you, Anthony. Happy Valentine's Day. BMW Museum, BMW Museum. Nice. Very good. I'll take your advice. I'm writing it down. Of course. Yeah. I also have like an email if anyone needs any like written down advice on traveling Germany, what places to go or what to see, or if you have any like suggest or like any, you know, if you tell me like, hey, I really like castles, I really like cities, I really like music, blah blah, or beer gardens, you just, you know, you can always like contact me. If I have the time, I will answer. Or yeah, you can also just check out my videos. I traveled quite a bit. I still have to upload a few. There's still more Germany travel stuff I'm working on. But yeah. Don't always just focus on the big cities. Honestly, Germany has so much charm that sometimes the big cities are, you know, kind of like other European cities. So if you focus more on like more towns and like smaller places, you get more of the real German vibe, if you know what I mean. Because the big cities are often like very like mixed and just huge, you know. So it's definitely cool to visit them. But if you want to have like a little bit more authentic German, I would say BMW. A thick ganache, and I roll them into little balls. That part takes some practice. Cute. Yeah, I know, it's not easy. I usually do my chocolate truffles. I make kind of like a ganache too. I just make them like plant-based basically. So I use a super creamy avocado. So you gotta be a little bit lucky with the avocado that you get, because you know avocados, they're just assholes. They're like rotten 2 minutes after when they're perfect, you know, like they either rock hard or they're rotten, and that moment where they're perfect is like a blink of an eye, or you know, almost. It's just hard to find a good avocado. And if you have a super soft avocado and you use some dark chocolate, you just melt the chocolate, blend it with the avocado basically, and just do the same thing, roll it in the cacao powder, and that's pretty much it. And it's super creamy and keeps like a good texture. So if you ever want to try like a plant-based version, it's really good too. Hi, thank you. Happy Valentine's Day. Michael, I can answer that for you. That's what you have to decide for yourself. Krankenwagen, only with a K in the beginning, not with a C. Most German words, or many German words, don't have a C, or there's not many words in German that start with a C, almost none. So if something sounds like a C, like a K, it's always like a K for us. Just a little advice. What drink? I didn't see that. I missed that drink part. I just tried to see it, but I'm so sorry that so many people are struggling with the trans thing. What's the reason behind that? Is that like a big struggle or like a big topic for many people right now? Because a lot of people bring it up in everyone's live stream right now. I don't know if that's like another TikTok trend or something. Happy Valentine's Day to you too. Thank you. Okay. That's the recipe for mixing his. Oh, yeah. Okay, I was wondering. I thought I missed something. Hey, Fundy to Denmark. I'm from Germany. We're basically neighbors, even though I'm in the very south of Germany. Like, I come from the border of Switzerland and France, like right at that corner. No, I did not. What's with the transitioning, everyone? Are you all okay? I mean, nothing wrong if people do that, but I'm just saying, why is everyone bringing it up in people's live streams at the moment? It's kind of like the new 6-7, I feel like. Flensburg, nice. I think I've been to Flensburg a few times as a kid, but it's been a very long time, and I don't remember it. Nash, are you taking Oscar out for a romantic dinner? No, I'm not, but I actually bought Oscar a Valentine's present today, so I'm excited to give him his Valentine's present tomorrow. Kulmbach? I think I know Kulmbach. Hold on. I got my little computer here. It sounds familiar. Let me see. Kulmbach. Oberfranken, habe ich mir doch gedacht. Bei Bamberg. Naja, nicht ganz. So, Kulmbach. Ich glaube, ich war nicht dort. Ich habe es nur gehört. Ah, nee, ist schon noch mal ein Stückchen weg von Bamberg. Ah ja, nee, das ist ein ganzes Stück weg. Kulmbach kenne ich vom Namen, aber ich war nicht dort. Ich musste kurz auf der Karte nachschauen. Pizza's here. Oh yeah, it's Pizza Friday. Even on Friday the 13th, we can't skip on a pizza. Enjoy the pizza, Shuriken. Bierstadt. Ah ja, Kulmbacher Bier, natürlich. Wird es nicht bei Lidl auch verkauft? Kulmbacher Bier. Jetzt muss ich das nochmal kurz nachschauen. So, warte. Bier. Kulmbacher Bier. Daher kenne ich das. Schon ja, natürlich, das Blaue. Das Plastikbier mit dem Blauen. Das weiß ich noch. Das habe ich so oft gesehen, als ich im Lidl einkaufen war. Das grüne Wasser und nebendran immer das Kulmbacher. Sehr cool. I pretend I can talk German and say words that sound German. That sounds like your average American here. Did you get cheese pizza? Are you asking, Shuriken? Because I didn't get any pizza. Grape soda. What's with grape soda? I like grape soda. Or I don't like grape soda, I like grape juice with sparkling water. Germans like to drink juice with sparkling water. And we call it Schorle. I'm American, but I lived there for 12 years. Ah, okay. Mönchhof. Yeah, that's a good one too. Nice. I mean, did you have Friday the 13th superstition in Germany growing up? Oh, we did, yeah. We did. Not, I don't know. I think it's less than in America. Our superstitions, like we do have superstitions in Germany for sure. But Friday the 13th, I don't know, I would say, yeah, probably the same level as America, honestly. I mean, it is a Christian-based superstition, I would say, from the sources that I looked up. So, because 12 is like this wholesome, complete number, right? It appears in many Christian, in Christianity a lot. So, 13 is more the number of chaos and disorder, right? So the lunar cycle, for example, is, I think, 12.3 weeks. And then yeah, so 13 is like the number of disorder, and 12 is the number of order. Same with our calendar, right? When the calendar was, the Roman calendar was originally 10 months, but it didn't quite work out because the winter time was very chaotic, because there was always like some days left in the winter time. So the Caesar and Augustus, I think, were the ones that changed the Roman calendar to 12 months instead of 10 months. So they just added months to it to adapt it a little bit more. When did you move to the USA? About like 3 years ago. Alte, yeah, I like Alte too. That's a good one. Are you Chinese by origin? Sure. You guys are having Fasching now. I know you spelled that correctly. We do have Fasching now, yes. I just saw some like German YouTube videos about Fasching, and I was like, oh yeah, there is. We have Fasching right now. It's interesting that it's not, that I'm missing out on that here in America, because it was like always one of the biggest things about the place where I grew up. They were like huge on Fasching, and they had their like little. So Fasching, for everyone that's not German, it's like kind of like carnival, like a parade where people dress up in costumes, a little bit like Halloween, I would say. So it's like a very like pagan culture thing, heidnische Kultur, like a pagan thing, where they're basically trying to dress up as like monsters, witches, like demons, something like more like evil spirited, to scare off the actual winter spirits and to bring spring along. I think that was the original meaning behind Fasching in my area, at least. I don't know about the carnival. 2006 you moved back. Okay, so you lived there throughout a very cool time, I would say. Yes, that's true. So here you have Halloween, in Germany you have Fasching, so you gotta pick and choose. In Germany you don't really have Halloween, but at least both countries have something where you dress up and have a little fun with that, you know. And that is true. I'm obviously not Chinese by origin. I lived in China for a little bit, and I did not move to Germany. I am German, and I moved to the United States. My daughters got into a deep discussion last night on St. Francis and the blessings of animals. Sounds weird, but we believe in this. That's sweet. I have friends, and they have a little St. Francis statue in their backyard, and Oscar likes walking past that and look at it. And there's a nice saying of St. Francis. Let me find it. I saw that in Florida. Can't find it. I had it in my Florida vlog. I took a picture or video of it. Can't find it here for some reason. I thought it was a more popular saying. Ryan, when did you move to USA? 3 years ago, and for love reasons, you know, the classic. I never intended on moving to the United States until I found someone from the United States that I fell in love with, and that's what brought me here. And now I really like the United States. Hi, Adit. Hoi. How old are you? What did you say, 24? Why did you move to the USA? Do you watch movies? Yes, I do watch movies. What type of visa? I have a green card, but I came here with a visa. So the first times I traveled to America was with a visa, like a tourist visa. So there's like a visa for Europeans that is really easily attainable or really cheap. So that's what I did for the first times I came to America. Where are you from? Because it depends on where you're from, what kind of visa you need. It's not, that simple. Like it depends on if you're from Europe or even what country in Europe or what continent you're from. It's easier or harder to get the United States. So I traveled with a tourist visa. Aufenthaltserlaubnis, exactly. How did you get your green card? I applied for my green card, and then I got it after 2 years. It took a while for it to get approved. A trilingual? I would say so. Yes, I mean, my Chinese is definitely very rusty since I don't have practice here in America, but technically yes. I guarantee I spelled that wrong. Oh, that's a tough one. I wouldn't even consider it spelled wrong. For considering you're not German, that was spelled correctly then. Is it easy to find a job after coming as a tourist with German work experience? For me, I wouldn't say it's hard to find a job here because there's a lot of work here in America. So I would say it's definitely more on the easy side to find a job or work here. I didn't have a lot of work experience when I got here because I was at university, still enrolled in my master's in Germany. So, I wasn't like working like years before that in Germany or anything like that. So I didn't bring a lot of work experience, just like, university degree. So, but yeah, work here, finding work in America is easy, especially with a university degree or any sort of certification or degree. Art, creepy, but yeah, let's leave it there. Hi Tony, how you doing? I speak Germans, yes, German. House of all the animals. What's that name stand for? If you came to live in Chattanooga, there are plenty of German-speaking jobs. Oh, are you in Chattanooga? Jeff. Hello, fellow Tennessean then, I guess. Howdy, howdy. I've heard that people who live in Germany and speak German for a longer period usually forget English because pronunciation is different. Yeah, it is definitely, I wouldn't say forget, but it's definitely a little harder to switch between the languages because as easy as it is for a German to learn English, because it is, the language basically was the same at one point and it just split. So it is not completely different or anything, but the pronunciation is definitely very different because the German language is spoken more in the back, like more it's like a throat focused language, whereas English happens more in the front of your mouth, more like your teeth and the tongue, so it's definitely different, I would say. Nice, Chattanooga, cool. I've been to Chattanooga a few times. I have seen the new Odyssey trailer, yes, I did, I have. I do like movies a lot. When I will come to USA from Germany. Also, you're in Germany too? I mean, if you come from Germany, you can just come as a tourist on a very cheap ESTA visa. Super simple, you just get that online. But of course with that you can't work here, like you would have to have a work visa. So you would have to find an employer first before, I think, when you get a work, if you come here with a work visa. I got work afterwards. So I applied for my green card. And then found like a job afterwards. So, but yeah, you would have to look that up. Thank you, Dumpster. Hi Jan, wie geht's? Was machen Sachen? Sachen machen gut. Wie war dein Freitag, der 13.? Alles gut? Schau, das klingt schon, es kommt schon so viel leichter über die Lippen als Friday the 13th. Freitag, der 13. So viel leichter und schöner. Dankeschön, Thomas. Gute Nacht auch an dich. Ich schlafe auch bald. Heute mache ich nicht lang. Vielleicht kannst du ja einschlafen mit meinem Gebrabbel im Hintergrund. No, half. I'm not from Munich or München. I am from the Black Forest, close to Switzerland or France, like the border triangle. That's where I'm from, in Germany though. Volkswagen. Are they all situated down there in Chattanooga? That'd be interesting. Maybe with German and Chinese as a language, I would find a good job down there. But hey, miss you. Thank you. I got that from Canada. It's very cozy. I just bought Oscar a little Valentine's present from you, miss you. Thanks to you for last time. So Oscar got a little pickle toy and his fishy treats, and I'm gonna give that to him tomorrow. And to your question, have you ever met any of your followers in real life? If you did, was it weird? I have not. I mean, I'm such a small YouTuber that I don't even think anyone would recognize me in real life, or that I don't know. And I don't know if it would be weird if I did. I don't think. I mean, I had a live stream with Funny, for example. And Funny, I mean, I consider Funny as a friend, so less than a follower. So it was super normal. We just talked about his travels back to India and stuff, and it was really cool. It was like I knew him for forever, kinda. So I don't think it would be. Oh, oops, sorry. Thomas almost accidentally removed you or made you a moderator or something. Sometimes I just click things accidentally. Hi, Orange. Keine Auffälligkeiten bei dir am Freitag, den 13. Sehr schön. Das freut mich. Jetzt hast du es ja überstanden. Dauert noch mal eine Weile, bis Freitag der 13. um die Ecke kommt. Je parle un peu, Ahmed. Thank you. I hope you too, Truby. Appreciate it. Thanks for explaining to me. I came to Germany as an international student. My dream was always to go to USA, but at the time I couldn't go. Tuition fee, I want to move to USA now. Oh yeah, I mean, if you're looking for making more money, Germany is definitely not the place. If you want to be very underpaid for having a lot of education, Germany is the place to go. If you want to get paid very well for super little education, America is the place to go. So yeah, I mean, I never came here for the money, but the money is definitely here if you want to make more money. The United States is definitely the move. But definitely you don't have anything, the social stuff is definitely not ideal. So if you're looking for security, like having like more welfare and like a backup, like a safety net, Germany is definitely good, but not if you have like high ambitions. liebe die deutsche Sprache. Ich habe so lange gebraucht, um sie zu lernen, aber ich habe sie nie vergessen. Sehr schön. Jeff, I can tell. That's great. Well, maybe you can use this chat here for practicing or keeping your German alive. I'm happy to read German, and I'm so glad that you learned it. It's a really hard language to learn, so props to you, my friend. Can we connect over? Oh, because of the United States. Explorer, I don't use any social media anymore. I deleted all that crap, or deactivated and deleted. Well, maybe I could make a video about ways to come to United States and as a German. So yeah, maybe I'll make a video about that. Probably not this month, but I can think about that next month. So I'll try to make a little video and maybe it'll help you out. Thank you, Jeff. All Germans can speak English. English only chat? That is true, yeah. Good point. It's easier for Germans to understand English than the other way around. Hello, Malay, thank you. Are the provenances of Deutschland still pronounced the same? Example, Franken, München since the early 90s? I would say so. I think it's still the same. I don't think it has changed, but I'm also, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't there back then. Like, I wasn't alive back then when you heard how they were called and pronounced, but not to my knowledge that they have changed, I think. I'm from Germany, Don. I appreciate it. I don't like my accent, but thank you. I think the German accent, and no shade at any German here, you owe it and everything, but I think personally as a German, I guess I can say that to myself, or about myself, I think the German accent is probably the worst accent to have, but that's just me. Keine sozialen Medien, willkommen im Club, habe auch nichts außer WhatsApp, hatte noch nie sowas wie Instagram. Will auch keine neuen Menschen kennenlernen. Ich kenne das sehr gut, Jan, I fully understand. Geht mir ganz genauso. Ich habe überhaupt keine Kapazitäten, irgendwie überhaupt neue Leute kennenzulernen, habe ich das Gefühl. Ich kann kaum meine Freundschaften, die ich davor hatte, gut aufrechterhalten, mit der Entfernung und alles, und Zeitverschiebung. Aber deswegen sind Livestreams toll, weil man dann gleichzeitig mit ganz vielen Menschen Kontakt haben kann und den aufrechterhalten kann. Thank you, Don. I appreciate it. To you too. And happy almost Valentine's Day. There's some of my family is still in Germany. Yes. Speaks English so well she makes me ashamed of my speech in my native homeland. And not even, Christopher, your English is perfect. I mean, do you believe in evil spirits? I don't know, but that would bring me back to the topic of Friday the 13th. Let's get into some superstitions, shall we? Okay, so why, first of all, thank you, Da Silva. Do we? I guess so. You're a full-time employee? Yes, I am a full-time employee. Kinda. I lead a food bank, so I'm my own, I don't know. Yeah, I'm technically an employee, but I miss Oma and Opa. Every Sunday we would eat with the whole family. That's sweet. Very cute. I miss my Oma and Opa too, but they died long ago. But they will always be dear to me. I miss them too. Which profession are you in? Umberto. So my profession is like, I'm a linguist by profession. I graduated in Chinese and wanted to go down that business route, working in different countries and traveling a lot and stuff. But then now I'm working for a food bank in a non-profit. So yeah, things change. Okay, so why is it Friday, by the way, and why is it the 13th? So I already explained the 13th. So the number 12 is the number of order, and number 13 is the number 13 is the number of disorder. So sometimes even like planes or buildings don't have a 13th floor. They don't have a 13th seat or a row. I've seen it in some planes that they don't have that. And in China, for example, it's different. In China, it's not number 13. It is number 4, because 4, the way you pronounce 4 also means deaf in China, so it would be S. And S means deaf or die. So sometimes there is no 4th floor in China, just as in Western culture there's no 13th row sometimes in planes or in buildings, like floors. So there's like, numbers have like a big thing, like there's a big thing about numbers in China too, but it would be different numbers obviously, as in Western culture, because the Christian number 13, that's like an unlucky number, or like more like a Western number, is not very prominent there. They don't really care about that number. No, I don't live in China. I did in the past. Are Chinese and Mandarin the same? Yes and no. So in China you have different dialects, right? And sometimes they're so different that people from different provinces couldn't even communicate with each other if they would just talk in their own dialects. So Mandarin or Putonghua basically is like the base understanding. So imagine in America you would have like English, but then you would also have like dialects that are separate or different. The English would be the main language. So Mandarin is basically the main language, mostly in the north and closer to the north and the middle of China. And then the further south you go, the more common Cantonese will be. Or also like in Hong Kong, they would speak Cantonese, right? So there's different languages, and Cantonese and Mandarin are very different from each other. So I remember when I went to Hong Kong, I was like excited to practice my Mandarin, but no one would speak back to me in Mandarin. They would always speak Cantonese to me. And Detective Jeff, yes. Oh, and what did you do in Germany, by the way? If I may ask, was it for like army or work or family? Sorry if you already answered it and I didn't see it. Wow, there's so many. There's a name for the fear of Friday the 13th. It's called paraskevidecatriaphobia. That is a rough one. Where did it really come from? Most scholars believe Friday the 13th is a combination of two separate superstitions. Fear of number 13, fear of Friday. Yeah, no, of course. But so Friday is because apparently Jesus was crucified on the Friday, the Good Friday. So that's where the Friday comes into play. And some also claim that Adam and Eve ate from the tree of knowledge on a Friday. The Knights Templar theory from 1307. On Friday, October 13th, 1307, King Philip of France ordered the arrest of the Knights Templar. The Friday 13 being unlucky became widely known in the 19th and early 20th century. There was a novel by Thomas Lawson in the horror film franchise. I mean, we all know Friday the 13th. That definitely deepened that fear. So yeah, it's definitely a Western thing. I never heard about it in China, like I said. In China, it's number 4 and 14 sometimes. Oh, what's happening here, monsieur? Hey, to Nova Scotia, Darren. What a coincidence. I love Nova Scotia. Okay, let me see. I'm a chef. Oh, cool. My dad was also a chef. I grew up with chefs in the house. I love it. Being a chef is a really cool profession. What is your signature dish, Jeff? You help to train boxers. To help train boxers? Wait, boxers? Oh, you were a boxer and you went to culinary school. Whoa. Nice. That's neat. Very cool. We have, for some reason, we have a lot of chefs here, I think. I met at least 10 chefs here in the chat. So, very nice. Sorry, Shuriken. I know. I think it's the Friday the 13th that there's so many trolls out here. And yeah, I agree with you, monsieur. It is definitely not very attractive, or not the move for sure. People are barking orders to streamers of all types, and it's absolutely wild. They'd never do it in person. Oh, for sure not. They wouldn't. Of course not. I didn't see what kind of order, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, people, you know, a live stream doesn't automatically. I mean, it's because people are so used to those live streams where, and I've seen them myself, where people beg for something, or people ask the streamers to do something in return for like donations and like money and stuff, or likes or some like that. That is not this kind of stream here. I couldn't care less. If people want to donate something out of the goodness of their heart for like Oscar or anything, or the Stray Cats, they can gladly do that, and I will always appreciate that. But I will never do anything for anything like that. Like, that is not the goal here, and I don't care about that kind of stuff. So if you're trying to order people around, maybe please move somewhere else, and I'm sure you'll find someone. Hi, Mattia. Feeding the house cat, gray with green eyes, 1 and 2.5 years old. Cute. Gray cats are beautiful. Signature dish is a brisket. It's what I sell the most. Ooh, yum. How long do you cook your brisket for? My restaurant is Sweet Meats Barbecue. Oh wow, you got your own restaurant. That is amazing. That was always one of my dreams. Having my own place, that's cool. I miss And my dad still had his little fish place before he cooked for someone else. But yeah, that's so neat. The weirdest. If I'm ever in Chattanooga, I'll make sure, let me screenshot it. I'll make sure to drop by and say hi and order a brisket. Hope maybe you have something vegetarian on your menu too. I prefer, like I'll probably try it honestly, if it's just like, you know, that once in a while occasion, like when I tell the hubby to order some, I'll take a bite to try it if it's your signature, but I'll probably order a vegetarian side dish myself. Hi Pratam. 18 hours low and slow smoking. Wow. Have you ever made goulash? I mean, if you went to culinary school in Germany, you probably have. That was one of my dad's signature things, I would say. What is really cool when I think about it, like my dad grew up with cooking so much meat, because German cuisine is a lot of meat. Jeff, you can probably confirm. And at 60, I think, 61 maybe, he actually turned plant-based for me and my sister. And he started making all his cool recipes and all his delicious foods that he used to make with meat. He made it all plant-based, and it was so good. And, you know, just like this old guy just figuring it all out, how to just make everything in vegetarian or vegan. That was so amazing. So I'm glad I got to enjoy that for a while. I've been watching the stream this evening, and the trolls, it did not seem horrible tonight, but I have been in and out washing dishes and being my German decent myself. I love that. I feel like Christopher, you and I are very much alike. Always doing something, and always running around sweeping and cleaning stuff. I can definitely feel that. Brisket, mac and cheese, very cool. Mac and cheese, I never had mac and cheese before I came to America, can you imagine that? Same with Mexican food. That was the first time a few years ago when I had Mexican, or like real authentic Mexican food. There's some in Germany, but it's not great. I had a Russian blue cat named Sassy. Sweet. She has passed from cancer. Oh no. It's so sad. I'm sorry you're going through so many losses, miss you. That is not easy. It almost broke my heart it actually did. Not almost, when I saw your post about, you know, the loss of your little ones. It's heartbreaking. I wish there was a cure for heartbreak, but I don't think there is. Thank you, Darren. Hungarian goulash, yum. Yeah, I make it too. So if I have guests, or if I cook for like work, you know, if there's like an event or something and they want like an authentic German meal, I will also make them Hungarian goulash with bell peppers and some like chuck roast and stuff. Nee, Marco, hier hast du nichts verpasst. Hier verpasst man nichts, keine Sorge. Hast du die ganzen Trollattacken und die ganzen komischen, perversen Kommentare verpasst. Das ist alles. I know, Shuriken, the worst stuff is not even showing up. That's already held back, so I don't even want to know what that was about. Hi, Kiesel. Servus. Na? What is that, Rick? I don't know what it is. No news is good news. Yep, I definitely agree on that. No news is sometimes the best news, isn't it? Bonita. Ciao, Dione. Sorry for not speaking your language. Okay, ja, halt uns auf dem Laufenden, Marco. Was da noch gemacht wird jetzt. Ich dachte, du hast den Scheiß hinter dir. Haxen at your restaurant. I'm so excited. I have to, when I go to Chattanooga, I'll definitely come over to your restaurant, Jeff, if you let me in. Maybe I could stream there and give you a little shout out there, even though I barely have any followers, but you know, a little bit is better than nothing, I guess. But that's so cool that you had training in Germany and you know German cuisine, and me missing German kitchen. I'm sure I'll be more than happy to eat at your place. Kiesel, nee, ich leite eine, wie sagt man denn, Foodbank, Lebensmittelbank, wo ich Spenden sammle, also Essensspenden sammle von Lebensmittelhändlern und so weiter. Und das dann an Leute verteile, die wenig Einkommen haben oder Immigranten und so weiter, die keine Möglichkeit haben. Also so non-profit-mäßig. Have you ever been to India? I have not yet. No, I have not been to India. I have friends that have been to India, and I have friends from India too. How's your snow over there in Ohio, Christopher and Marco? Because Christopher just said he hopes the snow is melting. It's definitely melting here in Tennessee, like crazy. It was so freezing cold, and like you've seen the videos that I posted, it was like going ice skating every single day. Danke, Kiesel, das freut mich. Oder ja, danke, dass du das sagst. Why is Slow Mode on? Um die ganzen Spammer im Griff zu halten, Marco. Ich dachte, ich probiere das mal aus. Weil wenn Spammer sind ja regelmäßig, sind ja eher so schnell unterwegs und so viel wie möglich schreiben, so schnell wie möglich. Wenn die aber jedes Mal 10 Sekunden warten müssen, dadurch, dass Menschen keine Geduld und Attention Span mehr haben, schreckt es sie hoffentlich ab. Danke, Soren. Warum seid ihr überhaupt noch wach, ihr Schlingel, ihr Schlawöner? Ist doch schon mitten in der Nacht, oder? Obwohl Freitag ist ja Wochenende. Na, soll euch gegönnt sein. Am Wochenende darf man ja auch mal länger aufbleiben. Also dürft ihr ja sowieso, aber als erwachsene Menschen, aber ihr wisst, was ich meine. Ist spät. German is the most difficult language of the world. Nee. Let's look for the ranking. Language difficulty ranking chart. Here we go. Is that what I'm looking for? Okay. There we go. So the easiest language to learn. There's 4 categories here, apparently. When you look up the U.S. Department of State, Diplomacy and Action, languages, the School of Language. Okay. Category 1 is Danish, Dutch, French, Italian, Norwegian, Portuguese, Romanian, Spanish, Swedish. Category 2, German, Indonesian, Malay, Swahili. Category 3, Albanian, Armenian, Bengali, Bulgarian, Kurdish, Slovenian, Tamil, Thai, Turkish, and so on. Vietnamese. Category 4 is Arabic, Chinese, Japanese, Korean. And I would say that is mainly because of their alphabet, them not having an alphabet, them having a different system, Korean having Hangul, Chinese having Hanzi, like the characters, and Japanese having kanji and the characters, Chinese characters. So when I was studying Chinese, a lot of my classmates actually took Japanese classes as well. We had a really great Japanese professor as well, and you could also go to Japan for a little bit to deepen your language. But it is really, really confusing, especially because Japanese borrows a lot of Chinese characters for their own language, but the pronunciation is completely different. So in my head, I always had to learn the pronunciation of a character and then how to write it and everything and what it means. If I had to do that in Japanese too, I would have to remember both pronunciations, and it was just so confusing. So I couldn't do it. And I tried to learn a little bit of Korean because I had a Korean friend and I'm just interested in East Asian languages. And I did learn how to read Korean and to write it. But yeah, it was just too much for my brain to handle. I'm probably just too stupid to do it. So, German has the longest words. Kai, yes, the words are definitely very long. I agree. Also, Marco, thank you. Danke für deine, dass du mir das geschrieben hast mit dem Dings, wie ich die Sprache wieder übersetzen kann oder wieder zurückstellen kann. Ich habe das tatsächlich vorher schon eingestellt, aber nicht mehr absichtlich, sondern weil ich das anderes geändert habe, weil meine Videos immer übersetzt wurden automatisch und das habe ich dann deaktiviert. Das hat dann automatisch auch meinen Livestream wieder zurückgesetzt, zum Glück. Aber ja. Bei mir im Livestream war auch die Hölle loslasse, aber alles so wie es ist. Ja, ich mache auch keine mehr, also nicht mehr Moderatoren. Wenn Shuriken, dem bin ich sehr dankbar für alles, was er macht. Und dann YouTube hält ja auch noch mal ein paar Kommentare zurück und alles andere. Ja, das kommt dann halt hier rein, aber was soll's. André, German, English, Chinese, a little bit of Swedish. Okay, danke schön, Jeff. Gute Nacht, schlaf gut und hat mich sehr gefreut, dich kennenzulernen. Bis zum nächsten Mal vielleicht. Willkommen in der Community. I can understand and speak a few languages in my life journey, but any Eastern European language seems so difficult. Why this my brain couldn't comprehend? Well, yeah, it is definitely the Slavic languages are definitely hard to learn. Some are like Roman languages, and some are just, like Russian-based languages. So it's definitely hard to learn the language system because it's just so different from ours. It's the same with the Asian languages. It's just so completely different. Yeah, no. Show my dog. My dog's sleeping. He's knocked out from our walk earlier. Is he still sleeping? Huh? Is he still sleeping? He's just doing Oscar things. Doing Oscar things? I'm sure he does. I seem to be scolding when I speak. Oh, because when I speak German, you mean? Does it actually sound so harsh? I don't think. I feel like you can make German sound really harsh if you try, but usually when, I don't know, I feel like it's just such a prejudice, or not a prejudice, but I don't think it always sounds really harsh when we speak German, but maybe it does. Maybe I can't hear it, Bye, Darren. Mr. O is pooped. Yeah, he is, for sure. The machines will translate that. It didn't, Shuriken. I finally accidentally figured it out, how to put it back. And I didn't even realize it until 5 minutes ago, that everything is back in English, but I definitely appreciate it. Kai, quite a few. Definitely quite a few. Motocross, what makes you think that? because I do things by myself. Why am I sad? Did I say that I'm sad? I don't remember that. I don't think I did. But, well, thanks for looking right into my soul, I guess. The world definitely can make you sad sometimes, but I'm not particularly sad today. That's nice that you asked, and thank you for checking in on me, but I'm not more sad than on any other day or less sad, so I appreciate it. Are you sad? Are you all excited for Valentine's Day tomorrow? Are any one of you celebrating or doing anything? Any plans? I know Shuriken does have truffle plans. Have you been crying? Not today, no. Thank you for asking though. That's wonderful. I thought you were just so good that you translated the mechanical nonsense exactly as I wrote it. No, I mean, I honestly got really used to the whole live stream situation being in German. But yeah, I'm very glad